Good. So, welcome everyone to the AI Boost Challenge Competition Info webinar. My name is Aleksandar Zobec. I'm an innovation manager at F6S, and I will be leading this meeting. I'm also joined by the consortium members of AI Boost, as well as the coordinator, Daniel, who will also be talking with me today. So the meeting is recorded, so hope that's okay with everyone. We will also be sharing this afterwards once we have it up and running for sharing. So bear with us. I think there is a Q&A open, so feel free to drop your questions there, and I invite my colleagues to address them in the chat as well of the Q&A. I think everyone has the option to see the answered questions in the Q&A. So once they're answered, everyone will see these. So let us begin. I think it will be an efficient webinar. So yeah, bear with us. So yeah, welcome to AI Boost. AI Boost is an EU-funded project that focuses on establishing AI competitions around through a prize program that will serve as a benchmark for the EU AI community. We aim to develop or generate or mobilize, in other words, breakthrough solutions in the AI sphere that build on substantial scientific progress. And through a trustworthy and human-centric innovations, we hope to enable this talent and the AI innovations to solve the challenges coming from the industry. So on the right side, you have the logos of the companies running this program and the project of AI Boost. It's a consortium of 7 strong across Europe with a vast experience in an innovation, technical support, as well as other AI important aspects that we have brought together to run this program. By the way, the project has been running for over 2 years, and we have already supported various AI innovations in their growth. But today we're focusing on the open innovation competition. So yeah, let us begin. So in the extra work that we have put over the last, over a year, we have established 4 challenges that Daniel will speak in a bit to run the competitions through 2 phases, so Spark phase and Advanced phase. And we have a little over 1 million euros as non-equity funding, so as prizes for the 4 challenges themselves that we'll talk about in a second. So we seek to fund or support 5 winners per challenge in the Spark phase, so 20 in total, coming to 4 winners in total, or in other words, 1 per challenge in the Advanced phase. We're seeking eligible participants from various categories, so whether individuals, single entities, SMEs, or academia, universities, and NGOs. We hope, or the eligibility criteria that we hope to fill, for you to fill is the technical capacity and the experience with AI systems, civil applications only, and established EU and associated countries. Only 1 proposal per applicant is evaluated. So this is something that you need to be careful about. Eligible countries, so we did say EU member states and associated countries to Horizon Europe. So here they're all mentioned in the application form. In case you do not see this, which is unlikely, but do reach out to us and we'll fix it in the application form. Yeah, so this is the challenge timeline. So for each of the challenges, we have the Spark phase, or in other words, an open call during which the applicants apply with a concept note of a solution that is super early stage, so early TRL levels. And during this 2 months, We hope that you will develop a solid and competitive and, let's call it, a state-of-the-art application, or an application that depicts a state-of-the-art innovation targeting a particular challenge. After this 2 months, we run 1 month evaluation process. But given the interest, I wouldn't be surprised that currently the evaluation process might take longer, but nevertheless, bear with us. We seek, as mentioned previously, to select 5 winners from this Spark/open call phase that will receive 28,500 euros, that split in 2 phases, paid based on the checkpoints and the development within the advanced phase. The advanced phase, or the algorithm development and validation phase, lasts for 5 months, and we seek to see your innovations grow to TRL level 4 and 5, during which you will be developing your algorithm, aligning it with the challenge, presenting us, and yeah, but more about that in a second. At the end, for each of the challenges themselves, we are seeking 1 winner that will take home 100,000 euros, and we have special prizes per challenge as well. So as you can see, it's a cascade funding scheme, sort of, while established through a prize concept. So we seek for you to compete within each of the challenges in order to get the best ones and the most fitting ones for the challenges themselves. Daniel, feel free to jump in if obviously I'm missing something. So just to repeat again, so we have 5 winners for each of the challenges. So it's a concept note, 2 months of the application time. So feel free to take your time and develop it. It is a competitive call, and we're seeking to pay you in 2 installments. One is on the signature, as per the signature during the signature time, and one after passing the midterm checkpoint. And finally, obviously, after the end, when we'll have the event, and you will compete for the winner per challenge itself. So this means 4 winners, given that we have 4 challenges.
Just one additional note, as I'm seeing a couple of questions on this matter, I would like to, and I'm expecting more questions on this. I would like to clarify that you can apply to different challenges, being the same entity, but you only be selected for one. Of course, there could be special cases in which, I don't know, maybe you have different VAT numbers or whatever, but this we could assess it case by case. But as a general rule, you can apply for different challenges, but you only be selected for one.
Thank you, Daniel. Moving on. So in a more elaborate scheme, we want to run you through the advanced phase right now. So during the 5 months, the algorithm development is your focus. We have a monthly submissions of the algorithm itself for a review, as well as the leaderboard updates, how everything is going based on our assessment. During the whole program, we have the consortium support, which means that we will be both assessing and supporting you, providing you access to the challenge owners themselves, access to the Cineca infrastructure if needed. Therefore, when the midterm comes, you will be asked to present your technical specifications, the development progress, and the automatic scoring results will be performed in order for us to rank you. Afterwards, we have the feedback session, the Q&A with the challenge owner, and we proceed with the development. So once the February comes, we revisit, or you guys revisit the technical specifications and development progress in order to submit the final report and the final algorithm that you are developing. During this time, it's a final event, so there will be a public pitch and there will be an audience voting. So timeline-wise, we are running 4 challenges. And given that these 3rd and 4th challenges were launched a week later, we wanted to respect everyone's time and give you 2 months to apply. So therefore, this is why we have 2 different deadlines for challenges 1 and challenges, challenge 1 and 2 and challenges 3 and 4. You're expected to enter the advanced phase in October, and the final event is sometimes in February. Regarding the application requirements, so really take consideration when writing the application form, meaning look to study the guidelines for applicants at what we're telling you now, as well as the application form, in order to understand everything that we are asking. But with the aspects that we seek to cover are the admin aspects, and excellence aspects, impact, quality of implementation, and declaration of honor that complies with the EU regulations. If you want to look into the full list, you can see it in the guidelines for applicants. Now, calling Daniel to present the 4 challenges.
Thanks, Alec. Thanks, Alec, for the overview, on what is eBoost, who is behind, what has been done so far. Just for your information, we have been involved also in the past in the large Granite Challenge that you may have heard about, and also the Frontier AI Challenge. So we are a European-funded program that comes from long ago, and we have been doing these AI-related initiatives for some time. So now, this time we are doing a competition that is more industry-oriented, let's say, and this is kind of our focus. And one part of the innovativeness of our competition is that we are involving directly industry representatives in the definition of the challenges and in the whole process. This makes that the solutions developed in the competition are, on one side, relevant for the industry, because they do attend the industry needs. And on the other side, this facilitates, or this eases the uptake of the solutions in the mid long term. So this is the perks that we get from, part of the perks that we get from involving the industry as what we call challenge owners. So in this slide, you can get a glance of the different challenges, and and the structure of each challenge, meaning that the challenge owner, the sectors. One thing that we haven't mentioned is that these challenges are also greatly aligned with the relevant European strategies. Meaning that the EU Apply strategy, AI strategy, it's embedded in this competition. This is why you can see sectors that are familiar with this strategy, such as agriculture, manufacturing, healthcare, and of course, mobility. So now we will go in detail of each of the challenges, so you can get a little bit more, again, detail on what is expected in each challenge, and type of teams that should be applying to each of the challenges. So please go to the next slide, Alec. So first challenge, as you may have seen in the table, is natural language mission generator for agricultural robots. So this challenge is led by the consortium Telemec together with Joint Lab. Challenge is focused on agriculture, and the inclusion of robotics in agriculture. And this challenge is born from the need that robots are not widely spread in agriculture, and programming robots for agriculture requires robust expertise and scripting skills. So this limits access to small SMEs or non-technical operators to access to this kind of assets for the agriculture that could enhance a lot, that could benefit a lot from. So the expected solution here will be to develop a generative AI mission generator that could translate speech and text, okay, into ROS compatible commands via visual language action models. So to have, in the end, to have a POC, okay, a proof of concept that will be validated in joint lab premises. So in line with this, the data that you will get in this challenge will be labeled cluster imagery that could help you in the validation or in the development of your model, and the later validation of this model to see whether this is valid for the problem that was stated here in the guidance or not. So in this case, we have already mentioned the type of criteria that we will check, okay, for the eligibility. But just for you to know that we are looking for, in this particular challenge, for teams that have experience both in AI systems, but also in robotics, meaning ROS, robotics middleware, and the integration of both worlds, okay, robotics and AI. So you can go to the next slide, Alec. So jump into challenge 2. Okay, this is in the manufacturing, more in the manufacturing or industrial engineering sector. In this case, the challenge 2 is agentic AI for car generation and autonomous simulation. This challenge, in particular, is led by CR Group, an Italian group, Italian industrial group, that provide us with a problem that is the computer design. Most of times need engineering skills to be assessed. Okay, so you need the know-how on geometric connection and assembly constraints to properly assess whether the design is good or not. So in this case, what we are targeting is an agentic AI system that could generate these compatible components from assemblies, the 2D drawings and natural language requirements that could support, okay, the design of, in this particular case, compressor to routine. But in this case, it's a particular scenario that could be afterwards in the mid-long term scale up to other types of design. Okay, so we are targeting a specific case that could that it's really helpful in this case for Share Group, but for other industrial companies, because it will reduce manual effort and enable a more efficient workflow, okay, in the companies. So here we will provide with CF collaboration, we will provide CAD assemblies and 2D piping drawings and other meta information that will be shared with you confidentially, of course, and will be the main data set to develop your algorithms and validate your solution. So in this case, the teams should be based on engineering knowledge, okay, and geometric reasoning background, together with AI, this AI component that should be transversal to all challenges. So now jump into challenge 3. This case is for, we are jumping now to the medical or the healthcare sector. Okay, this challenge is led by UK. It's a European initiative, Cancer Image in Europe. And what we are looking for is for generative AI for enhancement of clinical data sets. In this case, the problem comes that from the situation in which clinical imaging data sets are often incomplete or imbalance, or maybe underrepresentative or of specific sectors of the population. So what we are looking for now is for a generative AI that could produce synthetic cohorts that could complete or balance these data sets that we have initially. So UK will lead this challenge, collaborating with us by also providing us the data sets, okay, needed for the algorithm development and the validation. In this case, we are talking about anonymized thoracic CT studies and clinical variables. Okay, there will be here. We have to mention that this data set, due to the sensitiveness of the data sets, this will be securely processed in Cineca's premises, so it will be only accessible by Cineca's API. So no downloads will be permitted in this case. So now we are looking for not only AI teams, okay, AI experience teams, but also teams that do have also the experience in managing medical images and integrating them into AI systems. This is basically the focus, okay, the team should have to succeed in this particular challenge. And last but not least, the challenge 4. In this case, we are looking at the challenge. It's the generative AI for test case generation from crash databases and standards. So this challenge is led by Siemens Industry Software and in collaboration with the EU Robustive AI project. What we are looking for here is for a generative AI solution that could turn fragmented crash evidence into a structured validation-ready scenarios catalog that match against reference scenarios. Okay, this comes from a problem that is that when you try to convert accident investigations and regulatory requirements into simulation scenarios, this is something that is done manually. So the scale is very limited and the consistency is no good. So this is why we are collaborating with Siemens Industry and Robustive AI to create or define this challenge that will develop this generative AI solution that I just mentioned. In this case, we are looking at the data that will be used to the type of solution that we are aiming for. The data that will be used will be public European accident databases. Okay, in this case, we will give you some instructions for downloading these particular databases, and also for the validation scenarios, we will see that we will give you some limited sample of validation scenarios that will be used for validating the solution in the end. In this case, the team that we are looking for, it's people also with experience in implementing AI systems in mobility, okay, with multimodal AI experience, because the data that you are going to get, okay, it's not only text, but you will get different types of data. So this is kind of the expertise that will fit into this last challenge. Now to the next slide, Alec. So having given you an overview on the different challenges, now we are going to give you on the process of applying. Okay, so how to apply, how you will be evaluated, and when. So first off, you need to know the dates. This is basic information. So for challenges 1 and 2, the competition was open on the 19th of June, and the deadline will be the 25th of August. 5 p.m. Brussels time will be the deadline. And to apply, as you know, via F6S platform. Both challenges will be, both, let's say, batches of challenges will be available both in F6S platform. So the way to apply is via F6S platform. And for challenge 3 and 4, you are looking to an opening on the 1st of July. Okay, and the deadline on the 8th of September, 5 p.m. Brussels time again. So you should complete the full application form and submit it before the deadline, and only English. Okay. So to the next slide. So eligibility, we have already talked about it. Okay, you already know, but just a quick remarks. Okay, on the different types of eligibility aspects that we will check. Of course, technical capacity and experience. That the proposal content should be aligned with what the challenge it's describing. You must comply with EU policies, okay, meaning that you should be aligned in terms of environment, social, and industrial policies. This is why the challenges were born, okay, to be aligned with what Europe wants, or Europe it's targeting in the future. You should. It's really important that you commit to attend to all the trainings. Okay, if not, this could be a reason to be expelled from the competition. Okay, if the cases are severe enough. Also, you will have access to Cineca's premises, Cineca's HPC resources. It's optional but not mandatory, and this is something that you should require in your application. And and this is really important, okay, as part of the agreement of the collaboration with the challenge owner, you should accept that the challenge owners will have a 6-month IP foreground exclusivity, okay, for the solution after the competition ends. Of course, this is the basic in terms of IP agreement, and this does not preclude that you want to have an additional commercial agreement with your challenge owner. And last but not least, no double funding. Okay, this is in line with what we mentioned, that you can only apply. You can apply to different challenges, but you can only get funded by one of the challenges. So as part of the stages of the evaluation, okay, you will have we may have a stage 1. Okay, there will be the pre-assessment. Only if more than 20 legal applications are received, and they will be evaluated as indicated in the slide. Okay, 25 for novelty, 25 for challenge fit and motivation. The team plan also gets the same, and the alignment with the policies gets the same. The external evaluation will be evaluated by 3 independent NDA-bound experts, with 50% for excellence, 25% for impact, and 25% of quality of an implementation. So to the next slide. And then once you are evaluated into the Spark phase and you go and you are successful in the Spark phase and you go to the advanced phase, this will be evaluated as shown here. Okay, 50% will be a final report, 25% will be the algorithm automatic scoring, because you will have to submit your algorithms in order that we see whether the algorithms are properly executed. 20% will be a final pitch and live demonstration, and 5% will be devoted to the audience vote in the final event. So next slide. Key documents that you need to review in order to be successful in the application. So first of the guidelines, this is kind of the Bible to apply to any open call. Then the 4 challenges descriptions. Okay, you will have 1 per challenge with full technical detail, data, and all the things needed, and the F6S application form that is Annex 1 on the guidelines. As mentioned, English only, not other language will be allowed. And now I'll leave the floor. I mean, we have half an hour to leave the floor for questions and answers. Okay, so please now feel free to raise your hand, and we'll be answering the different questions.
I think we could go through the Q&A, Daniel, because we do have many that were posted. So let's go one by one, shall we?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So not me out, but let's go on. Question 1: why is ROS 1 mandatory, not ROS 2?
Okay, so this is more on a technical basis. So let us assess it internally, and we'll give you an answer. Of course, we didn't mention, but we will have a section of questions and answer frequently asked questions in our website. So any questions that we see relevant that we receive via email will be posted there.
Moving on. 1 application per entity only, even if we apply to different challenges with different teams and topics. Please confirm.
Yeah, this already answered. Okay, so you can apply to different challenges as a single entity, but you will only get funded, let's say, or you only get prizes for only 1 challenge.
Okay. Moving on. So we provided a list of countries. Please check it in the guidelines. We would like to apply for 2 challenges. I think this was just answered. Okay. Explain that. So can you explain the eligibility of countries more? Is that all people in the group have to be eligible countries, or 1 representative is enough? We're a group of 3 of us, 2 based in Europe and 1 based outside.
So yeah, all eligible all participants should be European based, let's say, or should be by the eligible countries that we have shown. For example, we are aligned with eligible countries in Horizon Europe. So if you are in that list, then you are eligible. If not, I'm sorry, but you are not available to participate.
All right. So next question, can we form a team across affiliations? I think
not sure what this means. I'm guessing you mentioned that you are a company and you have an affiliated entity, and you want to build a team together with your affiliated entity. As this is open, as this is a call or a competition that you can apply as individual or as a consortium, then I don't see why not.
So in case the midterm check is not passed, is there any chance to amend, or is the project stopped definitely?
It will be assessed, let's say, case by case, but the midterm checkpoint is to ensure that you are committed to the competition and you are, let's say, working properly. Okay, so if you are, let's say, doing your job, then there is no risk on the midterm checkpoint. Okay, we will only take measures in severe case. Okay, in very severe case in doing your job in the competition.
But in other words, in case you are underperforming, you are experiencing a risk from not passing onwards and receiving the money.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate the IP right?
So basically, I mean, main IP agreement that it's needed here is that you will be developing a solution with the help of a challenge owner that will give you some data sets. So in this case, the common agreement that we will reach is that you will grant an IP license on the foreground, not on the background, on the foreground of the solution developed for 6 months to the challenge owner. This is the agreement to be part of the competition also. And this is the basic, but this does not preclude that if after the challenge, the collaboration is super successful with the challenge owner, and you want to collaborate further and you want to do other type of agreement, then we will not be in the middle of that.
Good. There is a template for a conceptual note. So the concept note, it's an application itself. So you can check the form in the guidelines for applicants in the PDF format, or you can go to the F6S platform to access it there. So there will be recordings or slides provided to applicants from today's session. So question answered there. In case we participate as a consortium, do we need to declare in advance the budget split?
There's no need for budget split as it's price award.
Our research is associated with one of the R&D labs that integrate AI Boost, but not linked to this initiative, eligible to participate in the challenge.
Please, any conflict of interest case, please send it to us via email so we can assess it properly, because it's a sensitive matter. So please send it us to the project email, okay? And we will assess it properly and we'll give you an answer as soon as possible.
All right. So do we have contact points from challenge owners, and whom we can ask questions already during the Spark phase?
During the Spark phase, we will not share information from the challenge owners. Okay, challenge owners will be involved once you get to the advanced phase.
So in challenge 1, are we forced to use VLA, or can we use other generative AI solutions?
Technical questions, please send it us via email so we can address it properly, because we may say something now, and then it could change once we check it with the challenge owner and the technical people in the consortium. But in principle, we are not, let's say, we are not constraining any technology, okay, as long as it complies with the requirements of the challenge and the solution expected.
Okay, thanks. Moving on, could you explain the process for assessing the data set? Do we need to register to the challenge fee before getting access?
The challenge, the data sets, okay, will be available for the advanced phase. Okay, for the concept node, you don't need. You may ask maybe for characteristics, let's say, of the data sets via email, and we may share with you some details on that matter. Okay, but for the concept node, as it's a theoretical, let's say, exercise, you will not need the particular data set to assess how you can implement or integrate them into your model.
All right, so next question regarding the eligibility in the big institutes with separate teams. Should the team apply to the agriculture challenge and win? Will another one in health be automatically excluded or potentially winning their challenge? I think we've addressed this. The question is yes, there can only be one funded team within the whole project itself, right? So not only per challenge, but per whole project.
Yeah. In any case, if you see that your case is exceptional in this matter, please share it with us via email so we can assess it properly. Okay. So mentioned, general rule is that you can only be awarded by only one challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you have an exceptional case that you think you can apply to different challenges, please share it with us via email and we will assess it properly.
Yeah. Next question, do we already have access to the resources like data and Chineka cluster in Spark phase?
No. Again, Spark phase is a theoretical exercise, so you have to submit a concept note. Data sets and resources from Chineka will be available for the advanced phase, for the winners, let's say, of the Spark phase.
So I think there's another technical question that you sort of answered. So regarding challenge 1, all models deployed, and all models should be deployed on a robotic platform. Which robotic platforms do you use? Are they only ROS1 compatible or ROS2 nodes could be used?
Again, please, technical questions, send it us via email so we can address it properly. But in any case, as mentioned before, we are not constraining in terms of technologies. We don't have any constraints, okay? As long as you comply with the requirements of the challenge and the solution fulfills the requirements that are set in the challenge description.
This being said, I'm gonna skip the similar questions and move to another ones. So a student living in Germany but different nationalities. So as long as you are registered in an European country with a residency, I think this is fine. All right. So Omar, I think the question that you're posing is very technical and very detailed and lengthy. Please send it via email regarding the technical questions regarding challenge 1. Moving on. Where does this knowledge live today, and would you expect the system to accumulate knowledge across projects?
Not sure that I understood the question.
Julia, you want to bring up your hand and if you're here?
In any case, all information it's in the website of AI Boost, guidelines and challenge description. If anything is not clear there, you can send it us an email, and we'll try to address your queries as best as possible.
All right. So For challenge 3, how will submissions and evaluations be organized across different tasks, synthetic cohort generation, clinical data completion, imaging data completion, and imaging harmonization? Will participants need to submit separate models of or computational jobs for each task, or may they propose a single and integrated solutions? Will predefined training validation test splits be provided, and will the same? I think there are a lot of questions here and hard to answer each. But in addition, will the training data already contain missing values, and will artificial masking be applied only during evaluation or also during training and validation by the anonymous attendee?
Really complete question, really technical. So let us assess it internally. I mean, if you want, or you can send it us via email, and we will assess it technically also with the challenge owners. Okay, because also take into account that, as mentioned, data sets are proprietary from the challenge owners. So we should also take into account this, okay, when answering your technical questions on the matter. Okay.
Moving on, when are the trainings and what are they about? Daniel?
So, okay, let me check. I think it's all the information is available in the website.
I think this is more on a technical basis, right?
I'm not sure that this is on a technical basis, but in principle, all information is publicly available. So if there is any training that will be given to you, will be given during the advanced phase. Okay. So it will be, you will get information in advance.
All right. Vitor Vieira, open source, what is the official positioning regarding its use and reuse? Namely, if you want a part of the developed solution to be open source published.
Okay. There is no, let's say, we are not against open source, of course. Open source is encouraged, but it's not a prerequisite for the application. Meaning that it could be part, okay, that could be well scored, okay, well evaluated, but it's not something mandatory for the competition. Take into account that we are collaborating with industry, we are collaborating with challenge owners. So this you should also take into account when developing your concept note.
Good. Let's see where we are. Challenge 1, can you clarify the intended abstraction level? Should the model output low-level continuous actions like true VLA, or high-level mission primitives dispatched to nav to behavior trees? I think, again, very technical questions. Please send us via email. I think unless any of the partners that are in the panelist section resonate with the questions, we'll direct these to an email. All right, is there any demo data available for challenges? So no, I think we answered this. For challenge 2, what distinguishes a top scoring proposal from a technically competent proposal? Specifically, are you looking for primary for excellence in CAD engineering, or for innovative agentic AI concepts with strong industrial impact, scalability, and alignments with EU priorities?
All information is in the guidelines, okay? We are looking on a first instance to TRL 1-2 solutions, okay, in a concept note that will be further developed during the advanced phase. Of course, we want to not only address a specific use case that will be part of the challenge 2, but also to have a solution that could be widely spread and widely scaled. okay,
Yeah,
that will
so
have a wide impact.
If you look into the evaluation criteria, you will notice how we evaluate your proposals. And what was mentioned is that we are interested in the technical aspects of your capacity and so forth, but also on the impact, scalability, and alignment. So please study this. This is why you have 2 months to prepare the application. All right, so clarify the expected TRL level for challenge 3. The general competition appears to indicate TRL level 4 and 5, where challenge 3 documentation mentioned TRL level 7. What level of technical maturity or validation in proposed solution expected to reach by the end of advanced phase?
So let's put it in words. We are looking in general for solutions that could be validated in real case scenarios. Okay, so this is kind of the goal of the solutions that will be developed in the competition.
Okay, moving on. Applicants can apply as individuals. Mentioned this already. Perfect. So 5 winners per challenge, that means 5 times 4 equals 20. Yes. Regarding challenge 4, Siemens, when and where will the sample crash databases or sample report standards data be available for applicants to review? Will they be shared via F6S platform or dedicated repository? So I think what Daniel already said is the databases and data are available once the advanced phase starts. And this will be on one-to-one basis, shared transparently and secretively towards protection of the data. So yeah, bear with us there.
Yeah, in any case, all details regarding the data that will be used in the advanced phase are in the challenge brochures available in the website. Okay, and again, this will be the data set itself will be shared in the advanced phase if you move to the advanced phase.
A question from Vuk, again, a very technical one. Let's move it to email, please. So do you expect us to work on the project full time? Well, maybe let me ask jokingly to you as well. Do you expect to win if you don't put effort into it? I'm kidding, of course, but look, this is a competition, so you're competing. And as you can see today, we had over 130 people join the webinar. So a lot of dedicated people, and it is a competitive competition at the end. So I think that answers your question. Is there any data? Okay, we answered this. Recording will be shared. So considering the KPIs already provided by the challenge, what other kind of KPIs are expected in the proposal submission?
Not sure that, yeah.
I think the focus should be the expected outputs from the challenge owners and how you address these.
Yep.
Okay. Many technical questions. So under additional support from challenge owners, some expert guidance.
Sorry, Alec. There is another question. That is for the 4 challenges. Does this mean that 4 SMEs will be funded in total? 4 SMEs will be the winners. I mean, there will be 1 winner per challenge, but 5 SMEs per challenge will get the award of the Spark phase. This means that per challenge will have at least 20 SMEs with an award.
Okay. From Vladimir, under additional support from challenge owner, some expert guidance is also offered, like clinical guidance in challenge 3. In which phases, how are these expert consultations planned to be provided? So advanced phase is during this 5 months, you'll be offered to this. And I think, yeah, it will be on a one-on-one approach rather than grouped. All right. So challenge 2, the goal is only create the data set, nothing else. All right. I think anyone from the consortium can address it.
The goal is what we have included in the guidelines and in the challenge description.
Yeah.
So you should address what the challenge brochure indicates in order to compete against the other applicants.
Good. So when it comes to the email, there's an info@AIBoostProject.eu email, again, mentioned in the guidelines, so we don't have to copy it right now, but please go into the guidelines, and we cannot stress enough how important it is to study this in particular. So info@AIBoost-project.eu is the email. Will the questions answers submitted by email be made publicly available? No. So no, but the recording will be. Please post email address again. All right. So give me a second. I'll post the email. Chat. So type an answer. I think I'm gonna answer Carl and Vuk with this question, so everyone can see in the answered aspect of it, of the Q&A. Hope this is okay. All right, moving on. From Maria, by the way, we will proceed 5 more minutes and then we're closing the meeting. So Maria Victoria, just to confirm, once we register on F6S platform, we complete the concept note directly through an online application form. In other words, we don't need to prepare and upload a separate concept note document. Exactly, that's the case. So all the applications are submitted via the F6S platform. The guidelines only indicates the form for your own purposes, so you can be aware of it in case you want to take it offline or copy it somewhere else and prepare the application outside of the F6S platform. So is it possible to submit the file in the PDF format as the application? So the application form defines questions of different types. Please follow this. Do not stray away from something that we are asking. If you're not addressing the application form as we are asked, you are most probably will be flagged ineligible because you're not submitting it in the format as indicated. So please stick to it. Do not try to invent the wheel. Follow under the instructions and you'll be fine. Again, on the Q&A via email, if any additional information clarification is delivered, this would be interesting for all participants. All right, understand, Giuseppe. So we will also consider the questions received and perhaps produce a Q&A, either document or a website page where this will be summarized. So in case, yeah, this can be addressed to everyone as well. So yeah, you're welcome. Good. So I imagine there are no other questions. In case you do want to drop in and listen to this in another language, there will be a Spanish version, a Portuguese version, an Italian version, and a French version. You can find the links on the F6S page of ours, as well as I think on the social media and the website. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining. Bear with us. It's summertime. We're working the best we can to support you. There are plenty of time to apply. Do not wait for the last minute, just for your own purposes and levels of stress, but also take time to prepare this in order to be as competitive as possible.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Yeah.
And let's hope for getting the best proposals possible.
Yeah. Good day, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.